Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So let's check out why Finland is perfect to raise a family. Okay, these are 9 reasons. So let's go check out why Finland is perfect to raise a family.
Is Finland truly a dream country to start a family and raise your kids? Today I will share you 9 things to answer this question. Let's go. So if you get pregnant in Finland or move in while pregnant, how do you find the information and guidance on your pregnancy? Finland takes care of you that with the Neuvola system. So Neuvola is a Finnish maternity and child health clinic system that provides comprehensive support to expectant mothers and their families regardless of their background. And fun fact, Neuvola literally means in Finnish a place of advice. Expectant mothers normally meet with a nurse or a doctor around 11 to 15 times during pregnancy, and the system offers wide range of services, including regular checkups, psychological support and guidance to ensure that everything goes well with the pregnancy. And do the services end when the child is born? Answer is no, because families can use Neuvola to assess the physical, mental and social condition of the children until they become 7 years old. In addition, they will provide vaccinations and support parents in providing a secure, child-focused upbringing. So the Neuvola system makes sure that the families and the child gets the best possible start with their new life. But the thing is that these services cost a lot of money, and it's a big number. Oh, except that they don't. They're absolutely free of charge for Finnish residents, including foreigners with a residence permit. And quick note, using Neuvola is completely voluntarily, and you need to take action yourself to get the process started. They don't call you, instead you need to reach out to them to organize the first meeting. Neuvola helps you with the parenthood basics and the pregnancy, but what about the practical stuff and the financial aspects, such as clothes and other things that baby needs? Does Finland help you with that? Heck yes, and that is through the famous Finnish maternity package or äitiyspakkaus in Finnish. And the idea is to provide families with essential items for the baby. The 2023 edition contains 38 different products, plus a box which can be used as a bed for the baby. And it contains items like bodysuits, trousers, caps, socks, mittens, baby care items, and so on. And I also read a pretty awesome comment about this box on your YouTube channel. I'm gonna read quickly. The quality of the products is high. In recent years, the box has also become more responsible. Most clothes are thick organic cotton, some are soft bamboo or merino wool. Today, more of the products are produced locally. Finnish production is expensive, so the clothes are made to last so that more than one baby can use them. Alternatively, if you don't want the box for some reason, maybe you have already the stuff you need, you can opt in for this cash amount of 170 euros tax-free. And any family can get this, so make sure to check it out. So the baby is almost here.
Like, why wouldn't you just love Finland with all these particular things, all these reasons he's given? Wow. Interesting.
And the due date is approaching. But can you, as the parent, take leave from work? Is it paid or unpaid? And for how long? Of course you can, and there are many ways to do so. So Finland offers awesome parental leaves, and there are a number of elements. I'll try to explain them to you. First of all, there's pregnancy leave for mothers. And this usually starts 30 working days before the due date. And when your pregnancy leave starts, Kela, the social security institution, will pay you pregnancy allowance for 40 working days. Then there is a parental leave for both parents. Let's cover that next. So as mentioned, the birthing parent gets the 40 days pregnancy allowance as mentioned. Then both of the parents get a total of 160 working days of parental leave, 97 days plus 63 days that they can transfer to the other parent if they want. So let's say if you have regular 9-to-5 job, you work from Mondays to Fridays. So the 160 allowance days would get you around 7 months of parental leave. How awesome is that? So for example, the mom can first stay 7 months home, the dad can go to work, and then they can switch the role. So the mom can go to work, and then the dad can stay home with the child for 7 months. But of course, for some reason, if the dad wants to transfer his days to the mom, the 60, how much was it, 63 days, he can do so, and the mom can stay longer at home if they want. And the thing is that men are encouraged to use and take these leaves, so it's not culturally embarrassing to stay home with the child. If I ever have children, I'll definitely take my parental leaves to stay home with the child. And a quick note, the employers cannot terminate employees who are on parental leave unless the company goes bankrupt. So there is a very good protection for parental leaves as well. Alright, so the due date and the baby is almost here, and the next thing to worry is about the healthcare and the costs of giving birth. How does that work in Finland? Because the thing is that the healthcare in Finland is absolutely not free, like many mistakenly advertised. More on the cost soon. So in Finland, people give birth in the local hospitals, and the quality and the competence level of the staff is often pretty good, and the maternity mortal rate is around 3 per 100,000, which is very low and quite comparable to the Western standards. But do you know how much it costs to give birth in Finland? By the way, it's not zero, it's a big number. It's 50 euros a day. 50 euros a day. Because the only fee you have to pay is this like daily hospital fee, which depends on the city a little bit. And it includes 2 meals, snacks, clothes, inspections, diapers, and stuff like that. So let's say if you go to the hospital, you stay there for 4 days and then you get discharged or you get to go home, that would cost you around 200 euros. Not too bad, right? But I actually read the blog where this Finnish woman told that her birth or the delivery cost total around 600 euros because there were some extra clinic visits and initiating the labor. So if there's some extra things you need to do, they will add up to the total cost. But still, 600 euros, not too bad. Because for example, compared to the United States, I read this CNBC article in 2020, which said that according to a recent University of Michigan study, the average out-of-pocket cost for maternity care is $4,500. That's a buttload of money. So I'll definitely take the 200 euros over 4K any day. How much does this cost in your country? Let me know in the comments. Okay, your child is now here and they're growing up and you're excited with the new chapter in your life, but it's expensive to bring up a child, you know, food, clothes, diapers, stuff like that. Does Finland help families financially? Hell yes. So one of the ways to support families with kids is through child allowance, lapsilisä. So the child allowance is benefit paid to families with children. This benefit helps families cover the cost of raising children, ensuring that every child in Finland has the resources they need to thrive. And the number of child allowance increases depending how many kids you have. Here's a quick listing from Kela, the social security institution, in 2023. One child, you get around 95 euros per month. For the second child, around 105 euros per month. For the third child, around 133 euros per month. For the fourth child, around 163 euros a month. And the fifth and each additional around 183 euros per month. And this benefit is paid until the child reaches the age of 17. But the problem is that these are taxed heavily, so you don't get all the money. Oh, except that you will. They are actually absolutely tax-free that you can use for your child. Okay, your child is growing up, you are done with the parental leaves, you go back to work, but who now takes care of the child while you're at work? Is the Finnish daycare an option? Absolutely. There are several daycare options in Finland, but how do they work and how much do they cost? Well, the thing is that Finland offers high-quality, affordable daycare options for families with infants and toddlers. Highly trained teachers and pediatric nurses run municipal daycares to promote positive self-image, freedom of expression and thought development. And as I said, there are 3 options. A daycare center, päiväkoti, this is like the regular daycare. A group family daycare, this is ryhmäperhepäivähoito in Finnish. Wow, that's a mouthful. And the third option is family daycare, perhepäivähoito. So the first option is a traditional daycare, where children are in larger groups. So daycare center is pretty much that you will take your child to a daycare center and they usually have a little bit larger group sizes there. But the family daycare involves a care provider looking after a child in his or her own home. Some of these actually come to the child's home, and I was actually also one of these family daycare things when I was a kid. Of course, I don't remember much about it because I was so young, but this is, I guess, quite common. And the thing is that not anyone can apply for this or become this like a provider. They first of all have to apply for the city, and the city will do extensive background checks and also inspect the home that it's actually suitable for taking care of the kids. And I think the maximum group size for this family daycare is like around 4 or 5 kids total. But how much are the costs? They're actually a lot of money, and it's not zero at this time. It's anything between 0 to 300 euros a month. Okay, so it could be 0, but not always. And it depends on 3 factors: the family's income, the family's size, and how many hours a week the child will attend to the daycare. How much does the daycare cost in your country? Let me know in the comments below. So, okay, as your kid grows up, how is the safety in Finland? Does Finland provide a safe environment for children to grow up?
Like, watching this just make me love Finland more and more and more. Like, this is so nice. Like, does this equally apply to foreigners who visit Finland, not visit, who reside in Finland? Does it equally apply to foreigners who decide to, like, maybe they're staying in their own particular country and they want to give birth in Finland? Does this actually affect them as well? Let me know in the comment section. But this is super, super good. And I don't know. That's how you get to know a civilized country with all this. Anyways, let's head back straight.
To grow up? Well, in fact, when you go out there, there's only one real danger. You know what it is? The chatty neighbors. Because we are shy. Okay, just kidding. Had to throw one joke there. To answer this question, let me give you one story from my childhood. So when I turned out 7 or 8, when I started to go to school, for the first weeks or so, my parents kind of went through the route with me on bicycle. And from that point on, I went to school every day on my own, alone, by bicycle. Because it's doable, it's safe, and possible. But that was like 25 years ago. Do people still do this? Well, of course, I cannot speak for every parent out there, but I believe the general opinion is yes. So sending out the first grader out there on their own is probably okay as long as they know the route and, you know, kind of the basic stuff. But of course, each parent knows their kids best and they should make their own decision. And of course, some kids take like a year or 2 or longer to start going on their own. But what about if the road is too long or too dangerous? More on that soon. So about the school, when your kids reach the age to go to the school, will they be in good hands? Of course. You've probably heard of the Finnish school system. It's praised worldwide and known for its results in teaching pupils and kids. And the thing is that the municipalities are responsible for arranging education for all 6 to 18 years old living in the municipality. And every pupil is allocated a place in a nearby school, but in some cases they can also choose another school if they want. And the thing is that education in Finland is compulsory, so it's kind of set in the law, and this applies to anyone between 6 and 18 years old. And it includes pre-primary, basic, and upper secondary education. And guess how much does it cost this time? These jokes are getting irrelevant. It costs zero, nada. But the thing is that there's no just tuition fees, but the pupils also get free learning materials, daily school meals, health and welfare services, and transport from home to school if the route to the school is too long or too dangerous, free of charge. Without forgetting the fact that the Finnish higher studies up to masters are completely free for permanent residents of Finland, and your child probably has that status, if not the citizenship, by that time. So very good stuff coming up. Finland has also a lot of these family-friendly policies. For example, many public transportation organizations offer free rides for kids like under 7, and many restaurants also provide these baby seats if they want. But there are still some important factors to consider whether Finland is the best place for your child.
This was fun and I literally enjoyed every bit of it. Finland is really a civilized country and I feel like that country is one of the best. Like they know how to put things in place, right? And this makes sense. Like you give people that opportunity to give birth and not to think about how will I raise money to take care of my kids and whatnot, right? It makes sense and I really, really enjoyed reacting on this. I hope you guys did. Let me know your thought, guys, on the comment section. Thank you and see you in my next one.